The next part of my physical exam that I do is I come down the neck and feel the crop. So she hasn't eaten a whole lot. I can feel a little bit of material in there. So if you want to palpate this, Stacy.
Yeah, she had a tiny piece of banana and a little bit of her pellets this morning.
I can feel a little bit of that. So there's just a little bit of debris in there, but that feels nice and normal while we're palpating that, making sure there's no masses, no abnormalities there. So that feels really good. And then I just kind of feel over to her keel. So this is her keel bone right here, and these are her pectoral muscles. She has a little bruise, but that's just from the injection that we gave her. That's completely normal. Usually we don't even see it because they have feathers covering it, but her feathers obviously are not there because you keep picking at them, and we're going to try to fix that. So what I'm feeling for is just feeling over this keel, feeling those pectoral muscles. This is where we use to body condition score our birds. So she is a little over conditioned. She could lose a little bit of weight and be okay, because with that keel bone, we want that muscle being a little sloped. Hers is a little bit more rounded.
So then this weight scale must be off, or mine must be off, but I've weighed.
We're gonna try another scale, okay. Just because that's
100 grams.
Yeah, we'll go get our gram scale. That's a little bit more sensitive. So the next thing I'm doing is falling off of her keel into this little window of her coelom. So I'm just palpating in here, making sure I don't feel any abnormal masses or any changes like that. And that feels pretty good. I'm not feeling anything. It's nice and concave. The next thing under there is her pelvis. So her pelvis is still quite wide. She's probably still showing you some reproductive behavior because I can fit my whole thumb in between the two pelvic bones, whereas they should be pretty darn close together.
Right. And that's what that hormone thing is supposed to do?
It's supposed to help calm that down. But definitely we have to do all the behavioral stuff and diet stuff too, because otherwise we're kind of like fighting against nature.
Right.
So the next thing that I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at her cloaca. And evert that a little bit with my finger and with the Q-tip, making sure that I'm not seeing any masses, making sure everything looks good there. That looks beautiful.